guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today's video in which I'll be sharing with you my most worn and loved perfumes of August 2025. By the way, let me know about your monthly favorites in the commentary section, and there's going to be more information for you to check out in the description box. So have a look at that and make sure to give this video a huge thumbs up if you like this type of content, as well as feel free to subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here. And once you're done with that, we can get started. I want to begin with a newer perfume in my collection by the German brand that is called Avapari Atomic Flower, and this is a very luxurious bottle. It feels heavy, there is some weight to the cap, and to be honest with you, for some strange reason it is giving me MFK vibe. So this is a really luxe presentation, and this fragrance is in between Delina and Atomic Rose by Nisha. So if you like those, I would say, sharper rosy fragrances that are extremely popular at the moment, this is something that feels like that. So it's not necessarily like a fresh type of a rosy fragrance. It has some edge, some spiciness to it, and it's very, very bold. That's why I'm wearing it when I'm teaching classes, because it doesn't require that reapplication. It stays put, it projects well, it fills in the room, but does that in quite a sophisticated manner. So it's not an annoying fragrance, yet it is very mass appealing. So my students have already complimented me on it, and I really like that effect that people enjoy my fragrance that smell more niche, more expensive. So just in case you happen to like Delina style fragrances, I think this is the one you might want to check out. And for me, this is just a no-brainer. I know that it is mass appealing fragrance and it will stay put all day long. So with that being said, now let's talk about something completely different, but it's another fragrance that I'm wearing to work. However, when I go to the office, so I don't need a very strong fragrance. I fell in love with this new flanker by La Vie Belle, which you might remember was my most disliked fragrance of all times, well, almost after Alien, of course, because I just found the original one too sticky and overwhelming all over the place, but I enjoy what they've been doing with all their flankers. I already own two other ones and really liked this kind of like a vanilla musk take on their quite sweet, recognizable perfume, but this smells softer, lighter, and very sensual, giving me that second skin effect. So in the morning when I'm not ready for a very bombastic, full-on, overwhelming fragrance, I apply this and I'm good. So with that being said, now next up I have something completely different that I used to wear to work as well, although I guess with hotcakes it wouldn't be that appropriate to wear to more formal occasion. But I've been really curious about fragrances from this brand Sniff, and my relatives have just come from the States and brought me this fragrance that smells very foodish. It's like a full-on edible type of gourmand fragrance that is slightly sweet but reminds me of tapioca pearls, because you might remember that I'm obsessed with bubble tea that I always get with tapioca pearls. So it smells like brown sugar dessert, but I know that there is this pancake accord with some maple syrup and you will get that. It's not like just a sweet fragrance, it smells foodish, delicious, but like with some, not necessarily burnt, but like very caramelized, chewy thing. And it is quite long lasting too. I really like that. It's a fun concept. And I would love to smell more fragrances from this brand. So if you have any experience with them, let me know what's your favorite. But now let's talk about not necessarily foodish fragrances, but cocktails. Here I have two fragrances from the mocktail collection by the Arab brand Gulf Orchid, and I've already created a review on all of these 7 fragrances that are inspired by different cocktails. Here I have two ones that I've been wearing the most, and I just couldn't resist. This presentation is so stunning. I love the idea of a perfume inspired by cocktail. However, these are not boozy one at all. These are non-alcoholic cocktails, so mocktails, and there are a couple of other ones with more of that boozy vibe. So you might want to check out my review on the entire line, but today I want to highlight Cherry Kokomo. That is like a little bit of a muskier, molecular type of a cherry fragrance that smells like a liquid confetti. Not overly sweet, guys. This is not the most realistic type of a cherry fragrance, and it is quite light. That's why I've been wearing just to myself, even at home, because it makes me feel nice without overwhelming my senses. It's actually quite lovely, but my most favorite one is Ruby Fizz, because there is a note of strawberry in here that feels a little bit powdery, and I just love that sensation. So it feels also a little bit fizzy, and I like that it has that very modern, current vibe to it of how popular fragrances smell these days. They go together really well. So yeah, I've been layering them, kind of like mixing two cocktails in one sometimes. That creates even more complex feeling, but I wouldn't say that these are the most natural smelling fragrances. Okay, they have some perfumey vibe to them, although I'm very satisfied with this quality, so I would highly recommend you check out my full review on this collection for more details. And with that being said, now let's actually talk about very natural, very deep, very high quality fragrance from the indie brand DSH Perfumes that I used to be probably the biggest fan way back in the days, and I'm still really into her fragrances. But after the war started, I just stopped spending so much money blind buying fragrances, getting them from overseas, paying taxes, and started focusing on other things. But a couple of days ago, I just wanted something with her DNA, because I love the way she creates perfumes that are addictive, that are very special in particular, yet extremely beautiful and lovable. And since I'm a big fan of animalic perfumes, and this one, L'Etoile de Vision, actually smells like maybe a real fur coat, and I know it's not for everyone, but it has that very cool feeling, like cool texture, and at the same time, since it is like such animalic forward fragrance, it has a warming sensation. It's just such a beautiful particular fragrance. I applied a little bit at night for myself to feel sexy, and yeah, it's super nice, very different from everything else here. And following that indie story, let's talk about the new release from an indie perfumer, now this time based in Canada, Matt Malik, and his Antique Vanilla Elixir. Now guys, if you love boozy fragrances, unlike two previous ones I've shared with you from Gulf Orchid, this has that truly aged alcohol vibe, as if you added a little bit of vanilla, not necessarily syrup, but infusion to it. And there are also strawberries in here, and I don't know if it's vanilla or what the thing is, but people ask me about this perfume. It is noticeable. The sillage on this one, it's relaxing, it is very peaceful, and it's not your typical vanilla at all. It's also a little bit like, not necessarily dry, but like woody and powdery, so absolutely unisex. And as you might remember, vanilla is a magical note, so if you are into more unique fragrances and you would like a woodier, boozier type of vanilla, then I would highly recommend you to give this one a go. Now let's talk about something completely different. Two fragrances that I took with me on vacation to Greece from Kayali's Vacay collection that I've already reviewed for you guys, and don't know why I haven't gotten that many views on that video, so let me know if that's the brand, which I doubt, because it is extremely hyped up on social media, or maybe this collection, or you just haven't seen me posting that video. So I would really love you to check out some of these videos I referred to in this one. But here I have Maui in a bottle and Maldives in a bottle, so the idea of this collection is to transport you to different vacation places, and Maui is actually the one that is very luscious, floral. There is a note of banana in here. It feels sweet, delicious, and I've been wearing a lot of this one. But for me, Maldives in a bottle is a little bit more interesting, because as if you took banana, flowers, and added some sea salt breeziness to that. But I've been layering these two perfumes on vacation, and that's all I've been wearing in Rhodos, which was really nice. So with that being said, now let's talk about this next fresh perfume that is extremely complicated to describe for me by the brand Leiden, that is called Sunvel. Because listen, there is bergamot, mandarin, grapefruit, fresh ginger, juniper berries, blackcurrant, Indian tuberose, rose, pepper, oregano, ozonic notes, rock rose, vanilla tonka, and musks, but that will tell you nothing about the scent. That is very sophisticated and elegant. I wear it if I'm going out and I just want a very polished, very clean scent without anything disturbing about it that would feel sophisticated. It has drier texture, so just in case you don't follow trends, you want a very versatile fragrance that you could wear anywhere, anytime, I would recommend you this one. And finally, last but not least, is my OG favorite, Supermoon by Carner Barcelona, that I've been wearing non-stop. It is probably the most complimented fragrance of the month for me, and it's actually my signature scent. It is extremely sensual and sexy, the way it makes me feel, you know, like sometimes perfumes make your heart or just beat faster. I love this scent that is kind of juicy and floral and musky, but that's like the whole blend that is so cohesive and extremely sexy that people notice, compliment me on. And I remember visiting their boutique in Barcelona. If you happen to be in the city, go there, check out their collection, and you can actually get their perfumes with my discount, which is going to be a link down below in the description box. And sales assistant told me that he wants this perfume his future wife to wear, so this is something very, very special if you want an impressive fragrance. That is Supermoon for me. But let me know about your monthly favorites in the commentary section. If there are any questions left, I'm here to answer them. Please follow me on my social media, like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and shop perfumes with my discounts. Thank you so much for watching, have a good day, and make sure to stay and smell good. We'll see each other really soon. Bye.